Javar, let's go. Let me hear your position.
What make more sense? The man got lonely and created God, or God got lonely and created man?
I don't believe that God would have any voids like that. So
Okay, I'm just saying, asking a question for a friend. What make more sense? Because we gotta go off logic. We gotta
well, the
read through
question
the line.
itself assumes that God would be lonely, and
Yeah.
the God that I believe in doesn't have any voids, so God wouldn't be lonely.
So you agree that He created man? All right. I just
God
wanted to
created
start it off
man.
with that. I just want to start it off
Man
with that.
can feel lonely.
Okay, but look. All right. You believe in too many coincidences turn into a truth, right? When you hear a whole bunch of coincidences, you be like, okay, hold on, that's not just one big coincidence. Hold on, I think there's some truth behind that. When you keep hearing coincidences, right? So when I say gospel, God spell, the only thing missing is the D. Adam and Eve, everything did start with an atom. Atoms are everywhere. Eve is the micro E gene only found in the black woman. Jesus walking on water, the sun reflecting on water. These people gave our religion was not in no book. The reason why they gave us a book because they can't get in tune with the real God, which is the sun. I believe in our ancient ancestors. One thing about our ancient ancestors, the Egyptians, they
You
didn't
know what,
believe.
Javar?
They knew. They knew.
Javar, you know
They
what?
didn't believe.
I can actually agree with that because like when I go to Dunkin' Donuts, I'm looking at Dunkin'. I'm thinking about Jordan Duncan. I'm thinking about I'm 6'4".
Yeah.
I be going down the lane. I'll be dunking. I'm with the Dunkin' part, but the nuts part, I'm not with. And if you combined everything, it's kind of like you dunking on nuts. So therefore, everybody that eat at Dunkin' Donuts is homosexual. So
So
just
look,
how real quick, just how you made up some bull crap about, well, you got this and you got that, and you take out this letter D and you insert that there, that means this. I can say the same thing with Dunkin' Donuts to mean whatever I want it to mean.
I mean,
That was
that's
just
stupid shit to
nonsense,
keep
brother.
your ass asleep. I mean, if you want to turn a blind eye and a deaf ear, that's on you. But like,
It's
I
all a
say,
coincidence, man.
hey,
Dunkin'
listen.
Donuts?
So listen here. I say
Someone
dig
want
deeper.
to
It
dunk
might be. They might
on
have
your
made it like that for
nuts?
real. They
That
might
gotta
have
be a
made Dunkin' Donuts.
coincidence.
They might have just
The
really made it
people
like
that
that.
made that gotta be from that rainbow community.
Maybe.
That
You
makes
hear me?
sense. It's all a
Maybe.
coincidence.
Hey, it could be true, right?
From your worldview, that would be
Hey,
true.
all I'm trying to say is, man, hear me out, man. You told me you're not emotional, man. We just hey,
I'm
look,
not
one thing here.
emotional.
Hey,
I'm
one thing
giving
here.
you your
I don't
argument
got all.
back to
Let me
you.
say this one thing here. I don't got every one man don't got the piece. Everybody got a piece of this puzzle. This man here, the man in front of me, the white boy here. Everybody got a piece of this puzzle. Not one man got everything. So if you think one man got all the pieces to the puzzle, you wrong. Everybody got the piece of the puzzle. You know what I'm saying? So each one reach one. That's how we grow. I don't like each one teach one. When you teach
But
somebody
listen,
something, they
man,
got
it's
to come
all a
back to you. You got
coincidence,
to reach
man.
somebody so they could be a beacon of light and reach the
It's
next one.
all a
You
coincidence.
know
All right, fellas, mission is critical. I was searching my name online and found tons of information that was way too personal. So I thought to myself, who has the ability to leak this type of information? And I found out there's companies called data brokers that profit out of selling your information to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. You already know I've been through many matrix attacks where people create fake pages of mine by using my data, and the same can happen to you. That's why I'm recommending today's sponsor, Aura. I use Aura to automatically remove my information from these sites and keep them off of these sites. They also do other things like bank fraud, identity theft alerts, and also VPN access. I want you to go ahead and utilize my link below in the description box for a 14-day free trial. At least you'll see if you've been compromised or not. Privacy is key nowadays, and you should know if your information is out there. So again, utilize my link in the description box at aura.com/nofugazi and get 2 weeks free. That's more than enough time to see if your personal data has been exposed. From your worldview, coincidences, you see a lot of them. It just can't be a coincidence, right? That's your position, right? So if I look at like, okay, if we really make sense of it, transgender, that gotta be, well, they transformed from another gender to another one. So a man could transform to a woman, because if you take trans, it's transforming. If you take gen, they talk about genetics. And if you take the gender, the der is like der. Whatever der is, like der. Gay. That's der. That's the hand. That's the der, right? You get it? All right, never mind.
All right, you ain't make. All right, listen here.
Your argument is so silly that we can make anything out of it, bro. That's all I'm saying. Give me another position on why you believe God does not exist.
I got all type of positions, bro. When y'all was talking about the creation story, you ever heard of the Metatron's cube? Anybody ever heard of that?
I've heard of the Tesseract.
Everything in the universe started. So the universe said, "Let there be." It said it made a circle, right? And it made another circle. Y'all know that's the Venn diagram. When you make two circles, that's what the cosmic vagina that birthed reality. And it kept making circles, which makes the flower of life, and it keeps going. This sacred geometry, and this is what made Metatron's cube, and that is the creation story. Y'all can just go look it up right now. You gotta go.
Megatron. Yeah.
Metatron's cube. You just gotta go what makes sense.
Metatron.
Look, they didn't believe in nothing. You hear me? They weigh the heart with the scale. Why do they weigh the heart with the feather? Because it's no heart.
So then who created the Decepticons? If we got Megatron, who created the Decepticons?
Man, listen, I don't get into all that, bro. I don't get into all that shit. I get into logic, bro. You hear me?
Okay, look. Well, if we got the Megatron, then who created the Decepticons?
All right, look. So you're talking about if there's evil, there must be good. So I mean evil and good. So basically I'm trying to say the highest vibration, I'll argue and say it's the sun. The lowest vibration is the motherfucker probably running the world. You would call that the devil. So the devil to me, in my eyes, is the lowest vibration, it's the devil, and the highest vibration is the sun. Buddhist monks are the highest vibration. Humans, I know Buddhist monks, but the highest vibration, the thing that I know is the sun that created everything. So when God said, "Let there be light," the sun vibrated us in existence. It's sound. Sound is vibration.
Yo, let me ask you a question. Do you believe that the man came from the woman or the woman came from the man?
Everybody came. I just told you, everybody comes from this, bro.
From the woman, right? Okay. So the woman was real quick. Let's have a logical conversation. Javar, let's just have a logical conversation. You believe that the woman was created first here on earth?
Woman was here first, for sure.
Okay. If now the woman was created here first on earth, was there animals on earth before, was there animals here before the woman or no?
They say sharks. They say sharks was the oldest thing. So the water.
Yeah, but they were like,
what was sharks older than trees? So.
Okay. Well, answer this for me. If it's the case that the woman was created first, and then the man was created from the woman, why is it that the woman needs the man for survival value, but the man does not need the woman for survival value? The man only needs the woman for replication value, but the man does not need the woman to survive. The woman actually has to rely on the man to survive because she is physically inferior to the man. So how can something that's weaker create something that's superior physically? Explain.
So you didn't come to your mama and create you. You didn't come from your mom.
I came from my father. Fathers determine. Fathers determine the sex of the baby.
You see this dogma they gave us, man. See, that's why this man, everything. When ancient Egypt, it wasn't even no.
How about you answer my question?
Child, or father, child.
Javar, let's have a logical conversation. How about you answer my question? So if it's the case. Listen.
My point home.
Okay, but I know, but answer a question though. If it's the case that the woman came first and the man came after the woman, I'm asking you, why is it the case, which is true, that women need men to survive, but men do not need women to survive? They only need women to replicate.
I argue and say that I say, man, men do need women, and vice versa. We need each other.
No. I'm talking about
you can't come from a woman, bro.
To survive. Does a man need a woman to survive on this planet?
Does a man need a woman to survive? Yes. If you
Yes.
want to keep going, yeah.
No.
You're
You're missing my argument. I said that the man does need the woman for reproduction value to replicate himself.
And
He
that's to
needs the
survive.
no.
Ain't you- don't
No,
you-
no, no,
wouldn't
no,
you
no, no,
argue
no,
say
no,
that's how
no,
you
no, no,
survive?
no, no, no. Listen, if we're speaking about a man and a woman,
Okay.
my argument is the man does not need the woman to survive, but the woman needs the man to survive. The
Now,
man
why does the
only,
woman need a
listen,
man?
you're interrupting.
All right, my bad.
Let me fully get out so you can fully understand. The man only needs the woman for reproduction value to replicate. He does not need her to survive. He'll go ahead and live until he dies out, right? Old age, right? The woman would actually need to depend and rely on the man to survive because the woman cannot manipulate the world like the man can. If you look in anywhere out history, any old history book, there has never been all women that built and maintained a civilization and society. They all had to appeal to other men for security, for protection, for survival. So
All
the
right.
argument still stands. If you don't believe that women need men to survive, then go ahead.
First. Egypt, I already told you, was a queendom. Before, when the pharaohs started taking over, that's when we got infiltrated. But that's a talk for different days. Egypt was a queendom. You know what I'm talking about? And
is
of
it
course,
so?
What you're saying is irrelevant. Who cares who came first? A man? Come on, man. A man or a woman?
First,
of course, the woman's came first. Bro.
So see, first, you say that the woman came. First, you say that the woman came first, but then you say that who cares? Who cares who came first? You the one that said that the woman came first. Now you're doubling back and saying, since you can't, here's what's happening, Javar. Since you can't demonstrate, and that's why he left. He couldn't demonstrate, well, dang, why does the woman need the man to survive, but the man doesn't need the woman to survive? It makes no sense. See how he started to think, and it didn't really make any sense for him to believe that the woman came before the man. No, it makes sense for the man to come before the woman. And let's just give some more information since he's like his position was nonsensical. The man determines the sex of the baby. The man actually, the DNA from the placenta, which acts as a parasite and attaches onto the mother's womb, this DNA actually derives from the man, not from the woman. So all of the nutrition that's coming from the placenta being taken and stripped from her. The mom isn't saying, well, when I eat something, I'm going to give 50% to my child. No, the mom is eating something and the placenta, which comes from the man, is saying, no, give this to my baby. Freaking stupid. So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.